And when he started smoking the flock, I could tell he started freaking out. Like, he started watching the shadows, and his eyes were twitching. And I'm watching him get high for like hours. Finally, I was trying to leave, and he was ignoring me. So I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And I go to walk out, and he like started slamming my face into the ground.
Okay, Amber,
Yes. Hey.
where you from and how old are you?
I was born in Miami. I'm 48 years old.
48.
Yep. It's going fast.
Almost at the big 50.
Yeah, I'm going down the hill now, apparently.
You look good.
Oh, thank you.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Amber, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling a lot of things. Mostly I'm feeling disturbed by human beings and their behavior, whether an addiction or humans in society, out at stores and things like that, how disconnected everyone is.
Okay. Okay. So you said you're disappointed in human beings.
Well, not. I'm disturbed a little
Disturbed.
bit. I wouldn't say disappointed.
Mhm.
You know, I'm hurt and I'm disturbed and I'm baffled at the lack of humanity in humans. You know, the humanness.
Okay.
Like, all I see is like, not all, but a lot of people are just for themselves. Like, if you don't have something for them to offer them, they have no need or no use for you. You know, and a lot of people, at least in my world, out in addiction especially, are like that. So I believe that's everywhere. Very disconnected.
Okay. Amber, tell us a little bit about your upbringing. Tell us about your childhood. How was your relationship with your parents growing up?
It's kind of let's see. My parents were kind of in addiction. My dad was an alcoholic till I was around 9. My mom did, you know, alcohol among other drugs, crack, cocaine, weed. They both smoked weed. Just very crazy. Did a lot of domestic violence. My dad was very controlling with my mom, very jealous. He worked days. My mom worked nights. I had a younger sister. She passed. I have a younger brother and an older brother, and so at a very young age, since my mom was working at night, I was kind of taking care of like household things like dishes and laundry. My little brother and sister, you know, not so much taking care of. My dad was there, but you know, I cared for them.
You kind of took over the motherly role while she was at work.
Yeah, I was like junior mom, like, and I used to like kind of wait on my dad, hand and foot, like my mom did, get him drinks, be like, hey, give me a soda, or, you know, that my mom always did everything for him. She got his clothes ready, you know, and she worked. So.
Were they married?
Yes.
Okay.
45 years they were married.
Okay. And how was your relationship with your dad?
When I was younger, you know, I wanted my dad's attention. Like, he, for instance, Saturday mornings when your kids are watching cartoons, we're watching cartoons. When my dad woke up, whenever that was, 11, 12, 1, when he came out, I needed to evaluate him and his disposition, whether I needed to get the hell out of the house and go play at the park, or whether I could sit there comfortably and watch cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
With my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
But you know, and then there was the times I sat out in his shop on his stool and watched him work. We built a shelf together. He carved my name in it. You know, it was like there was a lot of my dad was very tormented by demons. When he would drink, I could tell I was a little kid, that it wasn't my dad. You know,
Well,
I remember I would look at him, and I wasn't really scared. I just knew that wasn't my daddy. That was acting crazy, he was screaming. You know, he used to hit us to hurt my mom. In my teens, I became really close with my dad. You know, I used to smoke weed with my parents. We kind of came and went as we wanted. Most of the neighborhood kids stayed at my house because we kind of could do what we wanted. But when my dad picked and chose when he wanted to get mad, he'd give me like a curfew and say I was 10 minutes late. He would like he hit me. He hit me for the last time when I was 15. I came home like 10 minutes late, and he came to the kitchen. I was getting a drink, and he said, "You're late." And I was like, yeah, like, okay. Like I usually don't have a curfew. And he attacked me, ripped my watch off, which was my friend, and started punching me. So I punched him back. And that was the last time my dad put his hands on me. So I could tell I literally knocked the demons out of him. I knocked the demon out of him, and he sat there and looked at me, confused, on top of me after I hit him. And got up off me and walked away and never touched me again.
Was that the first time you ever retaliated or tried to fight back?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Did your mom know about the physical abuse that your dad was giving you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. She was very she was 15 when they got together. He was 23. She was very naive. You know, she was raised by my grandmother, who was handicapped, and my great grandmother, you know, my nanny. My grandmother got divorced. Her mother got divorced from her dad due to his alcoholism, and he had molested my mother when she was little. You know, asked her, you know, had her, you know, on his privates, giving him fellatio, oral sex. So there wasn't men in my mom's life. So when my dad, you know, came into the picture at the skating rink where she used to go, he flattered her. He had a job, he had a car, he had money, he had the looks, and you know, he was sweet on my mom. My mom like fell in love with him right away. So they fell in love with each other.
Mm-hmm. How's your relationship with your mother now?
I don't have a relationship with my mom right now. It's been about, maybe since I've been homeless, about a little less than 2.5 years. You know, we used together. My older brother, because the house got condemned, that caught on fire. Her bedroom caught on fire because of electrical issues. Mm-hmm. And so my brother has her at his house in Palm Air, and he will not let me talk to her because I'm still using. And that was like 2 Mother's Days. So not this past May, the one before is the last time I've seen or spoken with my mother.
Okay. Okay.
But before that, like she was more like a friend. I sold drugs for her when I was a teenager. You know, it was cool. It made me feel cool. We got drugs for free. We used to have big pounds under our mattress. Mm-hmm. We'd hide it from my dad. I'd always take the blame for things because my dad wouldn't hit me. So I would blame it on myself, and which confused my dad. You know, he thought I was two-faced and a traitor.
What was the point of hiding the drugs from your dad? Did he not know what was going on between you and your mom?
Yeah, no way. My dad would not have allowed drug dealing out of his house.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
He never questioned where the extra money was coming from?
He never knew.
Okay.
No, he never knew that we spent it all went to circled back into the drug pool.
Okay. Okay. And your mom was not only selling but using as well?
Yes.
Okay. Were you using at that age as well?
Well, I mean, I was doing a lot of things. Shrooms, acid, ecstasy, alcohol, Xanax. They say weed. Smoked the hell out of weed. Tripping on acid. I didn't mess with cocaine. I didn't like cocaine because my mother had, you know, she was hooked on it and had left us when we were little a couple times. Mm-hmm. Like accidentally, she would go out drinking after work and do some cocaine maybe or smoke some crack and get scared to come home. Mm-hmm. So she just wouldn't come home. So I didn't mess with cocaine until I was about 20. So I was like a functioning addict. You know, I still went to school. I still got good grades. Mm-hmm. In high school, I started skipping school all the time because I was just bored. It was basically, high school was a meeting place. We would meet up to see where we were going for the day. That's kind of what that turned into.
Right, right.
I graduated.
And your dad, what kind of work did he do?
My dad was a very smart person. He was like self-taught through books. He was a master mechanic, computers. He used to rebuild computers. see, what else? Welder. He was had an ACE or whatever, welding degree. Like he had taught in a school, like a trade school. He taught mechanics, I think, but reading books. He was a master. He was a scuba diver. He had a bunch of different jobs. He had a big tow truck or a big dump truck, like the waste dumps or whatever, the huge ones, like the Tonka trucks is what it looked like, with the
Right.
And he did that for a while. He tried to, he did a lot of things because he really couldn't do it well with a boss,
Right.
and the schedule and all that stuff. So when he started working for himself, he was much more relaxed.
Right.
He was on his own schedule and he was making much better money. So,
Right. So he's kind of a jack of all trades.
yeah,
Really.
absolutely.
Did
Yeah.
your older brother sell drugs as well?
No, my older brother didn't ever even did drugs. Not a cigarette. He didn't even drink till he was older, a little older. He didn't. Even though he would hang out with me and my girlfriend sometimes. Because he liked them. They were cute, and they flirted around with him too. But a couple of them slept with him, but without me knowing, thank God. But yeah, he kind of was like a father figure almost. I used to wear his clothes and stuff without telling him and ruin them. Like he keeps his stuff. He probably still has shirts from it. He's like 50-something years old right now. He still has clothes from probably his 30s that look brand new. Like he takes care of his shit. I try to follow him around a lot. I skipped school with him the first time, like in elementary school. Him and John were in middle school. I looked up to him. I look up to him still. But he would pop up if I was drinking at the park with my friends. I was like 15. I'll give you an incident. We were drinking at the end of the park. We had quarts of Schlitz, the Blue Bull, and we were just drinking and laughing. And Nathan pops out of the bushes, and he's like, "What are you doing drinking?" He grabs my beer and throws it down, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "You're not my dad." He's like, "Let's go. I'm taking you home to Dad right now." And we walked all the way through the park, and I was begging him because I was scared my dad was gonna, hit me or be mad, whatever. And his friend, he ran into his friend, and he's like, "Well, next time, I'm gonna tell Dad." So he did a lot of saving me, trying to save me.
Right.
Just like it was like me, like my dad with my mom. It was like a set of twins. Like my older brother would do that with me and my younger brother, actually. Less often. My older brother was hands-on, chasing me down. He took my sons for a year, him and his wife. Hands down, chasing me, asking about me in the hood in Pompano. Back in 2014, I was shooting heroin in Flock.
Yeah.
Some people said that your brother was here and he was giving out 20s to that if I saw you, he showed your picture. If I saw you, to call him without him knowing, and he would give another 20. And I didn't believe them until they described my brother and described what he was driving. So every time I seen anybody on the phone after that, I was gone. I took off.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's done a lot for me. Showed up at my rehab and brought my kids to visit me. He just showed up when I had my bike stolen at a store, and we were being held like kind of hostage by a group of younger kids that were like gonna hurt us. My brother came right up in his Camaro and ran him off. And actually he ended up fighting them. They ended up trying to jump him, like 3 of them. So, very protective. Yeah, and we had a good relationship. Me and my brothers and my sister. We loved each other. We went through a lot of shit, and we had each other. And as much shit as we went to, we used to laugh. You know what I mean? We used to laugh about the most fucked up shit. And now I found out through like counseling and stuff that's a coping skill. That's my coping skill. And a lot of people find it very inappropriate because like I'll be laughing at a funeral. If it makes me uncomfortable, or if it's like really, like I just check out and I make jokes about it,
Right.
So I think there could be worse coping skills,
Have you been married before?
No.
Ever been engaged?
No. I've had I have two baby daddies. I have one from when I was 19 to 25. I was 24. I was with him, and I have my older daughter. She's 25, with a grandbaby. who's 4. That's Alexandra, and then so Mike wanted to, you know, I mean, I thought we would get married, but we were on drugs really bad. So when I got pregnant with Alex, I wanted to. I thought she would save me. You know, but I kept using.
What about kids?
Kids, I have 5 children.
Are they all from the same baby daddy?
No, I got 1 by my first, and then I got 4 from my second. I was with him for like between 9 and 10 years. We have 4 kids together.
Okay.
Back to back, like 2006, 8, 10, 12. We were on drugs really bad. You know, he would get me pregnant. You know, he was very abusive too. You know, I think he like punched me in the face because he was blackout drunk and he was pissing on my grandmother's rug. He did tree work. So he made really good money doing tree work.
Okay.
And yeah, we started our own business and everything, but we haven't been together for a long time. He went to jail when I was pregnant with our last baby. She was like 7.5 months pregnant. We got her house raided up in Port St. Lucie, which was my grandmother's house. After she died, I went to the pain clinic so I could pay the bills to take care of my children, because my grandmother had died, and you know, she had took care of us for a long time, you know, financially. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite color?
My favorite color is clear. My favorite color is clear. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite color is I'd have to say teal.
Teal.
Teal, yeah.
Any favorite TV shows?
I have a couple. I haven't watched TV. I don't watch TV. Usually I'm Netflix. But when I do get a chance, I like Everybody Loves Raymond. I like King of. What's
King of
James?
Queens?
Yes, King of Queens.
Yeah, I love that show also.
Seinfeld. Good. Family Guy. Shows, TV shows. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like funny stuff. I like
comedy.
Yeah, I like comedy.
Okay. What are your poisons?
My drugs?
Yep, drugs or alcohol.
Well, men, relationships, whether that be friends or any relationships, I have a lot of difficulty with. So, and
Relationships.
yeah, whether it be my children, with my parents, my siblings, boyfriend, coworkers. Like, it's very hard for me. I'm learning to trust people. I mean, I could like superficially trust you,
right,
but when it really comes down to getting to know people, I'd rather not, because I don't like them or want to, you know, not, or I can't be bothered. Like, I love people, but I just can't really. I become too like attached, like too involved in like people's problems, or whatever they go through, whether good, bad. It affects me greatly. I'm a highly sensitive person. I was classified like that like a couple years ago by a specialist, Lady Dr. Shelley. So
now you mentioned that you use certain drugs. Currently, what's your drug of choice?
Flock.
Okay.
Flock. I smoke it in Pookie or a joint. I was smoking crack. That's like my second choice, really. I smoke very little because I can't really function. You know, I got to be able to go do what I got to do, whatever that may be at the time, to hustle to make my money to support my habits.
Okay.
You know, to support myself.
Right.
On the streets, so hard, and you know, crack, and then mup, and I'll fuck off with a little bit more crack, like later on in the night when I'm not trying to do business, whether that be you know with men, where I make money with men, or I go boosting, and I get lists from specific people for specific things, and I go steal
in shops and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corporate stores.
Gotcha.
Preferably without the loss prevention present.
Is that the only way you make your money?
That and men prostituting.
You do dates?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been prostituting?
Well, to be honest, I was probably in my mid-20s, and I was running around with a prostitute, driving her around, and she was running in houses and coming out with dope or money. And I was like, wow, this is, and we did it for a while, and then then it was my turn. She switched it out on me, kind of, she brought a drug dealer over and kind of was like, all right, now you're gonna do what I've been doing, so you can make some money and some dope for yourself and for me to get me back or whatever. And I was like, well, I didn't do that. Like, I was mortified. So I went with the guy because I really didn't have a choice. It was they weren't asking me. So I was kind of like a hostage. He brought me to a trap house out in Lauderdale Lakes. Lauderdale Lakes, maybe even, it was off Broward and like 27th out there. And this was like 20 years ago. So he brought me to the trap house, into the room where he was cooking up crack on a little two stove top, you know, the portable ones. What's it called? The hot plate. The hot plates. He was cooking up with a big pan. He was cooking up big pans of crack, and like the whole smell in the room. Like, he didn't do crack, but he was high off of it. I could tell because his pupils were huge, and he was like very on edge. And people were coming in and doing sexual things to each other, and they were trading off drugs and money. And I was so naive. I was thinking they were like in relationships, you know what I mean? Like boyfriend and girlfriend. It was
Right.
I was so naive. And when I realized that it was prostitution, that was by him bringing a couple guys in and saying like, "Oh, we play with yourself" or whatever. And I was all fucked and tweaked out, and like under no condition to like entertain somebody sexually. I was not okay. But I did what he wanted me to, what he asked, and to the best of my ability. I don't think they were really impressed, so, you know, never been a good whore. But, so, you know, that, he let me leave, he took off, and I left come daylight. I went out of the apartment, I only had one shoe on, because I had lost a shoe, and when I was fighting before I ended up going with him, I had lost a shoe. And so that's, in the morning, that's what I had walking out there. I had a lot of the other prostitutes like looking me up and down, laughing at me, making fun of me, saying like I wouldn't pay. He had her with him. I guess he was a big dope dealer, and they were like jealous or whatever, mocking me. But there was a couple of them that took care of me. An older black man brought me to his house, gave me something to drink, gave me something to eat, left me, you know, quiet, and told me like lay down and relax, because I was like really like bugging. I was like hype, like jerking around and twitching around.
Wow.
And I couldn't calm down, and I was very dehydrated. So he took care of me, and when I calmed down, I made my way out of there and made my way back home, you know, to my mom's house.
Do you have your regulars?
For my dates? Couple, yeah. I have a couple regulars.
Okay.
You know, yeah. I'd rather do that and get to because I don't. It's really I don't really like the prostitution thing. It's very impersonal to me. I take sex very seriously. So to have a regular and to get to know them and kind of care about each other makes it better for me.
Better for you.
Yeah.
Than
It's not
the
even so
randoms.
much the money, because it's not even great money. Some of them. It's very, very actually little money. It's sad, but some of them. But then you got the ones that are from out of town or whatever the case may be, and where they throw you 100, you know, 150. So.
Yeah. And what's one of the kinkiest things a date has ever asked you to do? Or the most taboo?
Yeah. I mean, to eat my ass. You know, like only like that's all. Excuse me. They didn't want nothing else but to eat my ass. So usually, you know, that comes.
Did you
with,
let him?
I mean, yeah, he paid me. So, I mean.
Did he have to pay extra for that?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, because it's an uncomfortable thing. Like, you know, especially being in cars and shit, you know.
Right. Right.
We're out in like parking lots, and it sucks. It's very shitty.
I could imagine.
I don't suggest anyone do it. I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
So the fetish is extra.
Yeah, actually, it's so funny that you mentioned that. I finally got my ID, and I want to do the online thing because it's more money. So, it's more money, and I think it's safer because then they come to you. You're in a hotel room. Like obviously, I'd have a guy friend there or something, or a girl friend there. I'm not going to be alone and just have strangers coming. Because jumping in and out of cars is dangerous. Like, you don't know. There's Ted Bunnies out there somewhere. You know what I mean? The charming, sweet guys that would never hurt a fly, and the next thing you know, they're murdering you. You know, you're dying, getting beat to death. Who knows? You know. So.
What's the craziest thing that's happened to you on a date?
Well, this wasn't the craziest thing. Is 2015. We were at there were bandos, but the guy worked there supposedly, so the electric and water were on. We went there to smoke flock, and he was a perfectly normal guy. He was like older black man. He had on this cute little white hat with the black tie, or tie around one of those funky hats, cute hats. And he was real sweet and funny. And when he started smoking the flock, I could tell he started freaking out. Like he started watching the shadows, and his eyes were twitching. And I'm watching him get high for like hours. Finally, I was trying to leave, and he was ignoring me. So I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And I go to walk out, and he like started slamming my face into the ground. And I was screaming, and there was nothing but other bandos. He slammed my face probably 10 times on the ground. And like God spoke very loud and very clear on my kids. Like I'll put it on my kids, like God's voice came through the chaos of me screaming, thinking he's murdering me. I truly believe he would have killed me if I didn't stop screaming. All he wanted was me to be quiet. So God, that's what God said. Be quiet, and it'll stop. And I was quiet, and he slammed my face in the ground 2 more times after that, still. And I went limp on purpose, and I could feel the liquid, but I couldn't tell what it was because I was like in shock, I guess. And I sat up, and he flipped the light on, and he stepped back, and I could see his thoughts because he starts coming forward. Basically, the thought in his eyes was like, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble for this. I need to fix this. And I really truly believe he was going to kill me. So I started sliding back away from him. There was blood. And I started saying that it's my fault. It's my fault. You didn't do anything. It's not that bad. It's okay. And, I know this isn't me because I don't think like this. There was a towel, the towel, because there was a towel or whatever that I had grabbed. And I thought of wrapping it up so I could bust the window and get out. And if I didn't get away, if he came at me again, I thought about breaking the window for a piece of glass to stab him with. Like those thoughts came real fast, and that was that survival stuff kicking in.
Right.
But I woke up hours later, 4 in the morning or so. He was laying down, sleeping, blocking the exit, blocking in the hallway, so I couldn't. So I got my stuff. It was a plastic bag. It was too loud. I ended up leaving it there with my shoes and everything. I stepped over him to leave, and as soon as I got by him, he woke up and he started coming after me. And I ran out to the front door, and like I was open. Like it took me a second to hold it tight and unlock the deadbolt. And I got out just as he literally grabbed at my shirt, and I was like, got away from him. I don't know what he would have done, but I ran to McDonald's, which was down the street, right across the street. Banged on the doors. They wouldn't open it. And, I said, call 911. There was 2 Wilton Manors cops at the gas station right there on Oakland and Andrews, a sergeant and another cop. I told them what happened, and the only thing the lady said, she was a lady sergeant, was like, "Oh, and what were you doing? What were you doing in there with a man doing drugs?" And like it was my fault. I felt like she was blaming me for what had happened. My eyebrow bone was cracked, and my eye was all bloody, like blood. It was red. And
did they at least call emergency service for you?
No, they asked me, and I said no. I didn't want it, but I had like blood all over me.
I can imagine your face was probably swollen.
Yeah,
right?
It was crazy. But the lady took me there because I took to the apartment, and the guy had cleaned up. So as soon as I left, when he went back, he must have like cleaned it all up. and like they shine the lights and he wasn't nowhere to be found. And I didn't even think about it because he fucked me after that. He's like, I need to calm down. And what am I gonna tell the guy after he almost beat me to death? Like, no way. Like, no. He wasn't asking me. You know what I mean? So I didn't even think like I could have when I saw the cops, I could have went and got a rape kit. You know, my mind was I was shooting Flocka. You know what I'm saying? Like I was very really fucked up. I was in and out of psych wards. I was in and out of emergency rooms. My kidneys were failing because I was dehydrated. You know, so I wasn't okay. And that was 2 months that I was shooting up Flock back then. 2 months it took me to fall to my knees. You know, and all the years of cocaine, crack, alcohol, all the drugs I've done, years and years and years and years. 2 months of shooting Flock took me to my knees. So very, especially the old stuff, very powerful.
What's your educational background?
A what?
What's your educational background?
Oh,
Did you finish high school?
yeah, I finished through a dropout prevention program. So I got my high school diploma. I got a medical assistant certificate. Went to school at Concord, a private college for like a year, and then I got my license to sell life insurance, health insurance, and annuities. I took that state test and got to be on it too, and it was a very hard test up in Port St. Lucie. But I let it expire, and I now have felonies, so both those jobs have been difficult to get back into.
To pursue, you know, I can imagine. And what's your living situation right now?
I'm homeless.
Okay.
No,
Now, are you a loner or do you stay with groups?
I'm mostly alone.
Mostly alone?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And how long have you been homeless now?
2 years. So 27 months.
Okay. You know the exact date almost down to a T. Why is that? Did something happen that day to make you homeless?
Well, yeah, my mom's house, her bedroom caught an electrical fire and blew up. We were just gone out of the house for 8 minutes, and we both probably would have been dead.
Wow.
Had we been there.
Wow.
So they condemned the house. The fire department had to come in and soak it. They tore the roof out to make sure there was no fire smoldering in there, and they condemned her house.
Wow.
But she owns it, but she didn't have homeowners insurance. So, yeah, so it was in July. A little over 2 years ago.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years or so?
I see myself getting up out of the situation. Like I work with BSO reentry. I just went and got my ID 2 days ago. Tom is the employment guy. He made me up a resume. The housing thing is, it's important. And me being on drugs. I mean, I don't know if I'm just delusional and thinking that I'll be able to, get a job, but I am doing stuff that's productive and making it a priority over the drugs. Like no matter what, like I've been to BSO, they give me bus passes. BSO reentry, they give me food. I can go take showers right there it's in Pompano. It's the old stockade. That's where they work out of. They're all very cool. If I wanted to start my own business, they'll send me to an organization that will pay for everything to start my own business. Anything that I want to do. Anything that I want to do, they said, you just tell us, and if we can't do it, we'll find somebody that can.
Right.
That's how cool they are.
Wow.
So we keep reaching out for support, and I'll be all right. So I find myself, actually in a home, working, healthy, off these drugs.
Right. Right.
And,
Of course.
yeah.
What kind of business would you like to open?
I'm not too sure.
Never thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it a lot. I like house cleaning. It's good money. I can't say enough. I do actually like cleaning other people's houses. It's weird. I mean, I kept up with my house, but I didn't have as much fun cleaning my house. I just like cleaning and organizing people's shit because it makes them feel so good. It makes them happy.
Yeah, especially when it's all done.
Yeah. I like I'm like a really good decorator. Maybe something like that. What else? Airbnbs. You know, I would love to somehow get an Airbnb started up. I know people that turn into millionaires within a year and a half.
Right.
Own 7 Airbnbs that are booked for the next 3 years solid. They're rich. They're millionaires.
Wow.
They were average 80,000 a year couple. You know what I mean? And now they're millionaires. So good money.
Definitely.
Meeting people from all over the world. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, just if anybody, you know, is out there and you see, you know, these homeless people and, you know, some of them are grouchy and nasty. It's just their way to protect themselves, you know. Show them love, you know. We really get looked down on. And, you know, we all just sin differently. So, you know, try not to judge and offer them water or something to eat. You know, some people have too much pride. Don't give them money. Don't give people money. Like they're gonna spend it on drugs. You know, buy them food. So, thank you.
All right. Well said. Well said. And I appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
Let me pick at your brain.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Hopefully, you could do a part 2 in the future,
Yeah.
and you could tell us all about that new business venture and
Oh, nice.
what's going on in your life.
Cool. Sounds good.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thanks,
Thank
Pat.
you. Bye bye.